Hopefully I'm going to get this in the right place. Okay, you'll have to bear with me. Not that great today. But hi, I'm Sue Boo, bringing crafting to you. And today we're going to make a easel fold card. So we need to start off with a piece of card that's 10 inches by 7. You're going to score that at 5 inches, then fold it in half and find out which is the side that slightly overhangs it. It's very, can you see that just tiny weeny bit that overhangs? So that side you want to put in your trimmer. Let me just move those out of the way. Put in your trimmer on the 7-inch side at 1 3/8. So I've done it at 1 3/8. Just pull over a bit. 1 3/8. And then you're going to use your blade and you're going to cut down to your score line. So you can just see your score line there. So put it in at 1 3/8 here and then cut down to your score line. Okay, don't go beyond your score line, just your score line. I then like to rotate round, put it in again at 1 3/8, and this time I would cut up to the score line. Okay, and that just makes sure that I've got those even parts. Okay, then you're going to put the 2 bits out of your way. You bend them over, and so you can stick this piece in and put it at 2.5 inches and then score down. Okay, so that will have got you the same card base that I've now got. Okay, right, let me see whereabouts there. So before we stick this down, what I want is a piece. Now I have got a scrap piece and I decided I wouldn't bother about that it wasn't going back here, because you're not really going to see that, but I want it to come down and just leave a little bit of 1/8 there at the bottom. So I'm just gonna, in fact, actually now let's have a look, less than 1/8, because I think, let's just check these. Yeah, in fact, we'll put these on first. They'll be our help us to go to the same thing. Right, this measures, so I cut 2 pieces of DSP, and of course I'm using the perennial lavender paper. I cut 1 1/4 by 4 7/8, and you want 2 of those pieces, so you just want them to coordinate with whatever your paper is you're going to be using. You can use the same one as me, or you can just coordinate. I just love this paper. I'm getting less and less of it now, and this paper they carried over, so that was great. So it means I can carry on using it and you can still get it. Okay, so I'm looking for equal increment all the way round there on that side, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. So where's that piece gone? There it is. So just, if you've got pattern, just make sure that you are putting your pattern so that it's facing the right way. And then we'll put this here, making sure we've got equal increments. Okay, there we go. Just want to make sure I've got that right. Now I've got a guide for this. So if you wanted to, you could just make this 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and put that, so that will give you the right size. As I say, I'm using a bit of scrap up. I didn't want to cut an extra piece, so I'm going to make do with this. Because this is going to be covered up, you won't see that because we're going to glue these down now. And I just want to make sure I've done that right. Yeah, so this follows through here. So I'll hold that up in a minute. So I'm now going to put plenty of glue on here and on here. That's it. And we're going to bring those down. Now make sure that you get the bottom so that it's right, and the sides on both sides, okay, and just really give those a good rub down. And I'm just going to go over with my bone folder, using those down, holding them down. Now you're just going to bend and crease, so it's bending towards your card, and crease that, okay, and that's then open it out and just crease the bottom there as well, and that will give it a flatter way of staying there. Right, ahead of time, just gonna do with runny nose. Okay, ahead of time I've cut out the ornamental layers, so I've cut this out. Now I was toying with putting this in the middle like that, so when I take it up like that, yeah, I think I will go with what I originally thought. However, I think I've got rid of all that. Let's see. So that when you get it out of the envelope, it's nice to look at. It's symmetrical there. Just, yeah, I will do that. So what we're going to do is, we don't want it on the bottom part of here, but we do want it on the fold. So I'm going to do the fold, and I'm going to only come down, leaving at least a centimetre or more at the bottom there, and then put this, so we're looking now to make it equal at the top and the bottom. So equal at the top and the bottom, and equal at the sides. And then we'll just got a little bit too much there. Let's get rid of that. Okay. There. So that's looking nice when we open the card. Right. So while we've got it down like this, I've cut a piece of it was the Fresh Freesia. It went with the Splendid Day set, and I've cut that at 4 7/8 by 3 3/8, and that just nicely mounts in there. So I'm just gonna glue that down. Now you have to be careful when you're using mirror board about your glue, because the glue that I use can take the surface off and get in a mess, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that that is in the middle. There we go. And then I've got a piece of DSP, so it coordinates beautiful. And this is 4 5/8 by 3 1/8, and that's going to sit with a nice border all the way round, so it just gives that nice border. So be careful again with your mirror board. You want to put it in the middle. I think this is just such beautiful paper. Right, now ahead of time, I've already cut out from Wanted to Say Dies the Happy Birthday, and I've done it in the base card colour, and I've just gone round the edges with my dauber to pick up the edges there, and then I've just cut the Happy Birthday out with the same foil. I'm just going to stick that on there. Just then put that in position. There we go. And then the birthday the same. And again, pop this in, shadow there. Right, I'm going to bring this back in, and I'm just going to purely stick that in the middle. I'm going to see whether I can get away with sending this normal mail rather than having to send it large letter, but I won't know until I finish it, because I've put a little bit of height on what I'm doing next. Okay, and that might bulk it up too much. Now, with a easel card, you obviously need something to stand it up. So I'm bringing in, I've used the die from Peaceful Seasons. Beautiful die, look at it, so much detail. And I've already cut out ahead of time, I've cut out the Amarillo flowers, because I think these are rather pretty, and just mounted the two together. And again, I've gone round the edges with my sponge dauber, and I've cut out 3. And I didn't have, where's that one gone? I didn't have of my glossy dots. I only had a couple of the smaller ones and one bigger one, so I thought I'll put the bigger one in the middle and do those for the outer ones. Now I think I'm going to do glue dots with these. I can get the glue dots out. But I'm going to use glue dots, I think, to stick them on with. So let's get that there. So I'm just going to put all 3 of them ready, because I'm not quite sure on the positioning yet. So I'm going to get all 3 ready to go. I'm just putting them there. Now, I made these flowers the other day, doing the same principle when I made this flower. So if you look for this card, which will be on the front of the video, you will see it was the cascading card. You will see how I made that if you want to look at that video to see how I did make these, if you were wanting to know. But they're quite straightforward. I just put a little bit of little bit of oh my words, movement in them so that they're not flat. Okay, so yeah, that's the middle one. So I'm going to go from the middle outwards. So I'm going to find the center of here, and then I'm just going to place that down. Okay, now these are the I can never remember, wanted to say dies. This is the lovely to do the flowers, and I thought these were rather nice, that I thought I'd stick them on my flowers. I've not decided whether I'm going to cut them up and stick them on, or put them. So I'm just gonna go for that. I have covered up all the detail, but you've still got the stitching at the back, and I just cut bits out of the bits of paper. So I'm just gonna fit these in and make them go along. So I think I'll take a little bit out of the length. Where's my scissors? There we go. So I'm just going to take a little bit off the bottom, maybe a little bit off the top, because I just want to stick them so that they're going through like that. So I'm going to stick these down. So just push it under there, and then I'm just going to lift up this and stick them under there. Okay, it doesn't matter if they stick up, that's perfectly fine. Give them movement in them. Do the same. So I've just done offcuts of it, look. I'm just going to stick them in the same, coming out the bottom, and I cut some off that and took that under there. Okay, there. Now this little bit here, I'm just going to stick a bit of glue on and then stick this onto the back of the Amarilla flower. I'll just let it there, and I've got another bit that I just used bits. Let's put it in and use bits, and I'm just gonna, whoops, it was the top I needed to do, not the bottom. And again, just gonna go for sticking it on the flower itself. So that's kind of running through the thread, like the leaves are kind of running together like that, and like they were, so it's kind of in with it. Okay, and I'm going to have a little bit of a drink before we go any further. Now I'm going to build it up on so I need it to stand up to be like that. So I'm going to bring in dimensionals, and we'll stick it on the back of here. So I'm going to do at least 2, I may even do 3. So you stick it on, peel your backs off, and then stick it on again, stick it on again, and stick it on again. I think I'm going to go for 3. I'm really going to build it up. So another way of building it up is if you cut several of your this die out, then you can stack those on top of each other. Right, so I've really built that up. Position it in the middle where I want it to go, and then that will slip behind it, and there we've got a lovely happy birthday card. I think I'm going to leave it because I've got the 3 there. I think I'm going to leave that. However, I don't know whether to actually put a bow here. I'm gonna bring my ribbon back out. I keep wanting to actually use ribbon, so I'm gonna see whether I like it or not. Let's pull that down a bit. And make it a bit smaller. So I don't want to waste my ribbon. Let's see. Ribbon. Yeah. Okay, I like that. I'm going to stick. Yeah. So I'm going to get a smaller glue dot. And get a smaller glue dot. As I say, I saved these from the kits. Where's my pokey tool? Can't see it for the moment. I'm just going to come in with my pin. Oh, that is the back. So I just kind of squash that on there, pick it off. I'll put that in the middle there, and then cut that off there, cut that off there. Hi Valerie. Oh, thank you. Not very great actually at the minute. I'm full of cold, but I just need a birthday card, so I thought I'd pop on and do when I say a quick one, it's quick for me to film this, but I've been preparing quite a while. I was starting off making one thing and was designing something, and I thought I just can't do it today. I'm going to go for something so simple but effective. So I really like that. So it will fold down and go in the card. I suspect I will possibly need to put it the higher stamp because I've made that quite thick, but I wanted to make sure that really stood up and I've got that effect. So love that. So I'm just wondering whether I've got, and if I have, I'll use them. If not, I won't. I got some of this, but I haven't got any cut. So, oh, Oh no, I thought I had that. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it. Just leave it as very simple. I've got my gems there and that will do. So thank you very much for dropping by. I do appreciate that you've stopped by. Please share. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm not far off 500 now, so it'd be lovely if you subscribed. If you don't subscribe to me, as you never know when I'm coming on, because I have all sorts of commitments, so I have to come on when I can. So thank you very much for dropping by. I do appreciate it. Stay safe, stay well, take care. Bye for now.